Hi, my name is Ormild, and you are listening to the Millennial Perspective Podcast, a podcast that's dedicated to helping you better your life and the lives of people around you. I hope you enjoy this episode of the podcast. Hi, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Millennial Perspective Podcast. I'm still sharing perspectives with you that I've themed around the series Understanding Leadership. And if you have listened to the last 3 episodes, I'm sure by now you have gotten the understanding that for leadership to benefit both the leader and the people that they lead, leadership must first be understood. In this episode, we will look at the 7th and the 8th principles you need to understand for you to flourish as a leader. The 2 principles I'm talking about today are confidence of leadership and the strength of leadership. Let's get started. So let's talk about confidence. What is the confidence of leadership, or how confidence fits into leadership? Firstly I would like for you to understand this thing. Confidence is vital for everyone in leadership. When it comes to leadership, your confidence should come from the fact that you have a vision, firstly for yourself, you have a vision for the people you are leading, and you have a vision for the organization you're working for. So the confidence of leadership should come from the leader's ability to have the vision, or the leader's vision for themselves, the people they lead, and the organization they work for. Now, vision is defined in 2 ways. Firstly, vision is a state of being able to see. That's the vision we have with our eyes, for those of us who've been blessed with sight. Secondly, vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination. And this is the definition that we are looking at, or the definition that I'm referring to when I talk about vision. Vision is important for a leader. Every leader must have good vision. For a leader to have confidence, they must have a proper, a robust, and a sustainable vision. I have been privileged to meet leaders with great visions, and unfortunately to also meet leaders without visions. And I will say this: leaders without visions are usually intimidated and insecure, especially when they encounter a person who has a vision for themselves. So most of the times you get to see a leader without a vision encounters an employee or a subordinate who has the ability or the capacity to develop vision more than they do. And once a leader notices that, or an insecure leader or a leader without a vision notices that, they become insecure. Now, vision is important for every leader to have. If you want people to have confidence in you as you pursue leadership, you must have the capacity to develop a vision, because a vision feeds your leadership ability. Now, once people realize you do not have a clear or you do not have clarity of vision, unfortunately, they easily lose confidence in you and your leadership ability, especially if you are an individual or a leader who does not clearly have a vision but pretends or projects as though you have a vision for what you're doing, or you have a vision for what you're saying. That when people notice that you're just projecting a vision you do not have, people tend to lose the confidence in you. And most times when this is the case in an organization, people will naturally put their confidence either in themselves or a team member who displays the capacity of vision or the capacity of leadership. So as a leader, if you do not have vision, but you have people on your team or people in your organization that have vision, draw those individuals close to you and work with those individuals closely. They will help you develop the capacity to have vision. There's no shame in you not having a full picture, a full understanding of how to solve a problem, and you calling on a team leader or a subordinate to help you. There's definitely no shame in that. In fact, that is, I believe, an advantage to a leader, and a leader's ability to sit down and get counsel from their team member, from their subordinate, for me, I believe is a definite characteristic to have as a leader. The second principle I want to share with you is the strength of leadership. Let's look at what gives leadership its strength. I have witnessed that where there is no unity, there is chaos and confusion. If a team, if an organization, if a group of people do not have unity, I guarantee you there's gonna be chaos and confusion. This is because unity is missing in that particular team or organization. And unity is a major factor in leadership and a key component in a leader's strength. Whether you are leading a family, whether you are leading a business, leading a church, or leading a nation, there must be unity amongst the people you are leading. Without unity, you compromise the quality of your organization. I must also emphasize this: unity is not uniformity. We're not saying all your team members or all your individuals that you work with should be the same or should be uniform. No, they should unite, but they should not be the same. We do not want people to be the same. We don't want people to say the same things. We don't want people to look the same way. But we want people to be of one mind and one purpose. It is the responsibility, listen to this, it is the responsibility of the leader to ensure that there is unity among the people that they lead. Yes, it is your responsibility as a leader to ensure that there is unity amongst your teammates or your team members, your organization, your employees. It is your responsibility to ensure that there is unity amongst them. So, for you to build that unity as a leader, one thing you need to ensure is that you are not biased. You're not biased towards employee A, you're not biased towards team member B, but you need to value every team member and show every team member that you value them in the way that you treat them. Don't project, no, I value you. You're valuable to this organization. You're valuable to this team. Beyond the communicating of you valuing them, show them you value them by the way you treat them. So, 2 takeaways from today's episode. Develop a vision for yourself and the people that you lead or the people that you want to lead in future, if you're a leader or if you want to be a leader. Secondly, pursue unity, especially amongst your team or with the people who you have around you. Once you get these 2 things, I guarantee you're gonna be a leader with a lot of strength, and you're gonna be a leader with a lot of confidence, and people who have a lot of confidence in you. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Ormild, and you have been listening to the Millennial Perspective Podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day.